Alright, we are back here. I'm going to show you guys what I chose to go with here. I went ahead and made me a mace in a sword mold because I don't like to waste my fire pits. I'm not going to actually use those right this minute. So I'll put them over here. And I got my large vessel here full of all my extra seeds and stuff. And I also got this one full of seeds that I ain't planted yet. And then this one with extra food. As you've seen from this one, I got one thing of copper. And then I ended up with 3 things of bronze. Bismuth bronze. I'm going to do the saw in copper. I'm going to do these other 3 in bronze. So I'm going to have a chisel, a pick, and a pro pick. That'll do all of my main things that I need right now to be able to get crafting grid expanded, start digging up regular metals. I can actually get me a house build if I choose, which I typically do not. And what the hell am I doing? But I need to get something done. I can also get my grindstone so I can start making bread. And a copper saw tends to last for a long time, so I don't mind making a copper saw. But the other things I really like having bronze. And as you can see from my inventory down here, I was 1 sphalerite short of making another one. I've got enough copper. I can do 2 more bismuth because it takes 6 copper per bismuth bronze. But I have 2 bismuth and 1 sphalerite, and you need at least 2 sphalerite. Also made my hammer so I can use my chisel. And first thing I want to do is get me a barrel made so I can get this jute fiber taken care of after I get my crafting grid done, obviously. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I did so many. There we go. And then pine lumber, make us a pine barrel, and fill it up with water. I'll stick it under the tree. I got 14 jute fibers, so that'll make me plenty of rope. Now, when I did this pack, there's no frogs in there. Shut up. When I did this pack, the mod that I added, which you can't see them over there, TFC Tech. Let's see if it shows up this way. Yeah. Okay, so TFC Tech adds Invar, Constantine, red alloy, adds bauxite so you have a way of making aluminum. It adds these plates, which are, I guess, what you get off the metal press. But they don't have a whole lot of uses from what I can see. Like, I can see them for making the metal press thing, but that's about it. Where is a steel one? Black steel, blue steel. I want regular steel, because I need regular steel plates for the stuff in IE. There it is, steel plate. So uses for it. Okay, it does make the steel sheet metal block, and it works for HV capacitor base. And okay, so I guess it does work when I was looking at it before, it didn't look like a lot of the plates were in there, but at least the steel one is, which is important. So we can do this kind of stuff. Gears are kind of neat in here. You actually have to put them together. You have a sleeve and then the rack wheel. The rack wheel is made out of pieces, so you got to put the 4 pieces together. And then you put that on here and weld them together. So that's kind of neat. But the issue I'm having is when I put this in, it was supposed to give you a way of getting the hemp seeds. These here. And I have not found a way of getting these industrial hemp seeds. I thought it said on the wiki that you could get it wherever you grabbed jute. I haven't gotten any. But that is needed to make the tough fiber or fabric. It's also needed for hempcrete, but the main issue is that this recipe is going to have to be redone because that's not the clay we have here. So I'll have to either talk to Yoshi NetMC or break down and do it myself. So I've got to figure out something to do for that one. I'm actually, originally what I had thought of doing was just using hemp or jute for all the hemp stuff. And I think that's what I might end up doing. Just redoing all the recipes. Now, there is a lot of copper laying right around here. Although copper is not what I really need right now. I want to see if there's any that show up, and it doesn't look like it. So it's going to be down a bit. We're going to go back over here into the dryer area and go to one of my waypoints and see if we can find the actual sphalerite or bismuth that's over there, and probably grab the copper. Here's another spot that's got a lot of copper. Oh, look at that medium sample right there. Nothing, but those could be false ones or because of how high I am. Let's come look over this way. Some kind of weird lighting glitch going on. I don't know what the fuck that is. Ooh, very large sample right there. That is awesome. So that means our copper is going to be real close. So let's see what we can figure out here real quick. While we're here. Let's get this stump of shit out of the way. Now if it's it said very large all the way up here, and there's usually a lot of dirt and gravel below, so I might actually dig right down to it here and not even realize it. I can take out one more before I get to the water. Alright, let's go grab some sticks and make some ladders from there. Just gonna get me one set because I can't count apparently. Thought there was enough there for 2. I'll have to cut down some of these trees to make some supports and stuff while I'm down there. Unless I just decide to fill in some of this water and just make a big open pit mine. I kind of like the open pit mines Then you don't have to worry about anything collapsing in on your head. And I do believe while I'm here that this, yes it is, that is what I can use for an anvil. So I gotta grab some of that while I'm down here. Look at that, right there, native copper. That just makes you just all kinds of giddy inside right there. Alright, so what do we get? We got regular native copper, 25. Alright, so that is just freaking awesome. And we got it right here, easy to get to. And with it being that close, I'm probably going to make this an open pit. I'll probably just like close off this water right here and just open pit mine this shit out of this. I'm not going to bore you guys with watching me actually try to mine it all. Look at that. Right there's a piece of copper. Go ahead and grab that. Now, what I've been doing here lately, which if that's over here, I might have to kill off most of this water, is when I actually find a vein, I will put, actually I should do it this way, copper regular. That way I know specifically that that is an actual vein, not just little ones I found on the surface, because I've got those marked as well. Let's hit the right button here. Some of these are from an old world because they don't delete them, and I forgot to delete them. I think the first 3 or 4 might be, but I know all those tetras are in this world. So I'm probably going to be going to this one right here for sphalerite unless I find another one. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys this. That's bauxite. So there's actually the debris bauxite laying around as well that you can find to show you where those veins are. And it seems like those veins are very, very common. We got bismuth right here. Let's see. Where the hell's my propic? There it is. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So it's going to be down a ways. I'll bring up my chart real quick here. We're in rhyolite, which it does spawn here. So let's come look over here. Anything? No. There's a piece there. There's a lot more over here. And to be honest, I like the small bismuths. Let's go ahead and look and see if we can find it. Because you only need 10 to 25%. Or 10 to 20%. Or 20 to 30%. 20 to 30%. It's a lot easier to do like 50 or 60 of the copper and then do 20 and 20 or 20 and 30. So it's a lot easier to do the 10s than it is to do, like if I got a 25 or a 35. Or, speaking of, we have been thinking about something, and I'm not sure. I've got to get it done relatively soon if I'm going to do it, because this is the same pack we use on the server. But we've been thinking about changing the values for the ores, and I don't want to go all OP with it. I actually want to do something a little, I guess, different. 3, 4. Give me a second to count. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, very large. Very nice. Now, question is it below me? Or is it over to that side? Large sample, very large sample. So it's that away. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to fill this back in rather than waste my pickaxe mining through that crap. I'm going to go over this way. Let's go to about here. And let's try it here. Shovel. There we go. I was about 8 down. 5, 7, 8. Alright. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Really? How the hell does that work? Okay, I'm lost. I didn't go that far, I was only right there. So maybe it's over that way, but I wouldn't think it would be. Sometimes these things can be a bit pesky to figure out. Go up this way. Nothing of interest here. We got lead debris there. Got more bismuth here. Still saying nothing in this area. Bunch more over here. Alright, so... large sample of bismuth. Nothing, but that's probably a false. Traces. Very large, right here. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's go ahead and knock these out. And we'll just open a little area here. That way I can kind of stair step down instead of using my ladders. And see what we can find. Bismuth is kind of a goldish color, so it'll be pretty easy to find here. Put a torch here. See what I'm doing. Alright, still giving me very large. Good. There's gotta be some here somewhere. You know what? Instead of wasting my pickaxe doing it that way, let's do this. I need to get some of the smooth stuff anyways. So I might as well do this when I bring this down. There we go. Now the other stuff I need, the non-smooth stuff, that I will get when I actually get to the mine area. Alright, so what do we got here? Still very large? Alright. Let's do this, just to make sure it's not hiding back here somewhere. Don't stick your head in there too far. Very large that way. Go ahead and do it this way as well. Just kind of poke hole a little bit. I don't see any back there either. So I'm guessing it's going to be further down. Let's go ahead and let's cheat this just a little bit here. If I do that, I don't have to worry about supports, because the smooth shit can't fall. Now I will have to worry about it for that next one. I'm going to try to do this a little bit different here. Let's go ahead and smooth off each one of my steps here as I go down, and then I can take out what isn't a step above it. There we go. And then I won't have to worry about shit falling on my head. That one's not smooth. Let's get that out of here. Alright, so nothing very large still. Man, this thing is really down here. Or it's over one of these walls. Do I got any more sticks on me? Yes, I do. And throw some of this shit in here. And throw some more shit in here. There we go. And get me a bite to eat. Alright, let's do another poke hole right here. Put the torch down. Still not seeing anything back there. Large that way. Okay, so it's definitely going to be a different direction than that direction. So it's either going to be down here a little further, or down here and like over that way. And probably higher. I'm probably getting too low at this point. Still says very large though, so maybe it's not. Shit, that one didn't need to be smooth. Like I said, these things can be just a bit pesky at times to find. Even when you get that very large, you never know if that's going to be it or not. Let's go ahead and go this way a bit. Because I think, if I remember correctly, it does like... Aha, see why I don't stick my head in there too far? I think it's like 25 blocks it can go. That it checks. And I don't even know what the sample rate has to be. Alright, I'm guessing it's going to be over that way. So I'm going to go ahead and go up. I'm going to come check over this way a little bit further. Yeah, I'm getting very large all the way across here. Medium there, so that's like the edge of the very large right there. And then over here I'm getting very large. Let's see how far it goes this way. Large there. Nothing very large. Very large, give me you. And large there, so not quite center, but like right in here maybe. Looks like center's gonna be like right here. Let's just dig down here a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead, since I'm having such issue here, just dig down a bit. Put my torch here. Check here. Excuse me. I'm guessing this is going to be a bit lower. Let's put torch here so we can see. I got 13. There it is. Poor business. So it's not great, but for what I'm doing, poor is actually better than rich. So, back to what I was talking about. I'm actually thinking about changing the amounts, but rather than changing it so I get, butt tons with each ore, because a lot of times people change it to where they'll be like 25, 50, and 100 for poor and normal and rich. I'm actually thinking about going 10 for poor, so actually nerfing the poor, going 25 for the regular, which is what it is now, and then 50 for the rich. So it would still take 2 of them to give you a full ingot, but everything would be a lot easier to figure out when you're doing alloys. Trying to get 15s and 35s sometimes to work out, I found to be a bit of a pain in the ass when you're trying to do it in those little crucibles, or those little vessels. And it would also give you a reason to kind of keep some of your ore around and not change it into ingots for when you're trying to do your later game. Because, like, I had to do 14 yeah, damn it. Think for a second. I had to do 1,400 batches, which is a bit of a lot to do at one time if you don't need that many. Let's get rid of all this stuff that I brought back. I don't need any of that crap on me. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. And I'll throw some of this ore stuff in here as well. So I got plenty of business for right now. Go ahead and make one more of these. And put my ore stuff in here. And my extra lumber shit. Alright, so we've locked down copper, we've locked down bismuth. Now it's just a matter of going and finding some sphalerite. which is actually the one I wanted to get first because it was the main one I needed. And come find out I get everything else. But let's see, sphalerite doesn't spawn in this kind of rock. Sphalerite is in metamorphic, and this is igneous extrusive. So I got to go a pretty good clip to get it. And bring up OBS real quick. We've been here for 30 minutes trying to find these two. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I'm going to go see if I can find me some sphalerite. If anybody that's planning on playing this pack would like to weigh in on their approval or disapproval of the changes, let me know what you think. I might be getting it changed even before I go play on the server today, so you guys might not even see this before the change gets made. But you can still tell me what you think. And if you're playing this, it's very easy to change. It's just a config option. You can jump in there and change it if you want to whatever. You can go, you know, super OP and make it freaking pour, gives you a full ingot. And there's a fucking sheep. That is awesome. I didn't see him on my way over here. I gotta see if he's got a friend. Or if she's got a friend, because I can't tell if that's a him or her at the moment. There are two. That's a him because it's got horns. And that's a her because it doesn't. Alright, so we've got sheep. Let's go check and see if that jute is done. Look, more damn bismuth. I'm going to try to get them sheep back home. They are needed for a bed. Unless I go bear hunting. Or find a big cow. Maybe kill a horse. I don't know if they drop large leather or not. I don't even know if they drop leather. Never killed a horse in TFC. Anyways, have a good one, guys. And I will see you next time.